Good morning. Good morning, Facebook. Well done for working again. I've put my tea down. I can't work out where I've left it. I'm going to take you with me. I don't think we're going to have Instagram join us this morning. I'm having lots of problems with my phone, so we'll just have to see how we get on. Right. I hope you have a cup of tea or something. Yeah, Instagram is not working. Good morning, everybody. I'm having difficulty again. Can you believe it? Not surprising. Me and technology is not a good thing. Good morning, guys. Hope you're all okay. I'm just trying to see if we can get Instagram to join us. I'm sorry, this is like the boring part, isn't it? We'll have a little go, and if not, no worries. Good morning. Hi, Laura. Hope you're well. Good morning. I'm just trying to see if we can get Instagram to join us this morning, but I'm having lots of trouble with Wi-Fi. We've got no Wi-Fi and no hot water this morning. I know. So we're back to like basic survival almost. I feel a bit like Bear Grylls. Good morning. No, good morning. No, Instagram is choosing not to work this morning. Naughty Instagram, so I'll have to tell those guys to come on over to Facebook. Okay. Right, so let's get started, shall we? Good morning, everyone. Hope you're okay. Hope you have a cup of tea. You should know, I hope by now that you know you should always be watching me with a cup of tea, because I will certainly always have one. I've just, 10 o'clock in the morning means that I've just dropped Mason at preschool, just got my activities ready, and it's like my cup of tea, so I always need it. So good morning. I'm going to have a quick gulp, and then we can get started. Oh, well done, Nicola. Yes, I can't... I'm just, yeah, I'm back to basics, a bit like cave living today, no Wi-Fi, no hot water. So hair tied back and no internet. I know, it's tough in the real world, isn't it? Right, finish gulping my tea down. Okay, I'm just going to put that to the side, because Instagram are going to be messaging, aren't they, saying, where are you? What's going on? Okay, so we're going to get started this morning, and Role Play Wednesday. So I've been inspired by things that have happened this morning. I was umming and ahhing what I was going to do and what I was going to show you. And then this morning just so happened to be our bin collection day. And Mason was at the bedroom window and we were watching the, it was actually the recycling truck. So they were collecting all our recycling, and I don't know about you, but in Bristol, it's a wonderful, really brightly coloured truck with all the different sections, and they were sorting it. And so we were talking about it. We were talking about what we could see, what the guys were doing, why they were sorting it, because Mason was asking why there were different bits, and also why one was much bigger than the other. And so we were talking about all that, and so it's inspired me to set up Role Play on a Wednesday is all about pretend plates. I'm setting up a little sort of recycling centre for Mason, so when he gets back from preschool, I pick him up after lunchtime. When he comes in, it's all set up for him. So as soon as I'm going to be setting up for him anyway, thought I'd share it with you guys so you could see the kind of things that I'm putting out for him. I did this ages ago with Mace when he was much younger, and did it as a really basic, just sorting activity. However, now that he's a little bit older, I'm going to show you, if your children are a little bit older, how you can extend their learning through role play and things, and the kind of things that I'm going to set up. So there's lots of ways that you can make it much simpler, or much more, not harder, but more challenging, all about getting their brains going, also about them taking initiative and them taking a role in setting up their play as well. So, Easter Bunny this year for Mason happened to bring a recycling truck. I know, ridiculous. Basically, it was one of those moments, you know, when I think it was B&M, and Mason saw this great big truck, and he was saying, well, I really, really want it. And I was saying, Easter Bunny's coming soon. Let's ask Easter Bunny if we can, if he'll bring a truck for us. Worst thing I could have said. Obviously thought that he'd completely forget about it and I'd be able to get away with a chocolate egg. And I didn't, and he remembered about it every single morning had Easter Bunny brought the truck. So in the end, we had to go and get the truck. So we have played with it loads. I got it because he just loves this sort of thing. And yeah, so it's just something that we can add to our play this morning. However, don't panic. As always, I say, don't go out and buy this stuff. If you have some little cars or little trucks and things like that, that's great. If you don't, it doesn't matter. Maybe you have some little people instead that you can add. We've got lots of these little people. These are like little Happy Land people that I use, or maybe you've got some Wow toys. The Wow toys are really lovely as well. Just some chunky little people Not too small, but great for doing lots of small play and taking on different roles, all that sort of pretending and things. So, all I'm going to do, it's going to be a nice quick one this morning. I'm going to see if I can just tilt the camera so you can see what I'm setting up for you. And for Mason, rather. Let's just see if I can tilt this. I'm putting on the floor. Sorry. Ever the professional, aren't I? Good morning, Sarah. I don't know if people are coming over from Instagram because it's not working over there this morning. Okay, so I'm just going to do it. So you could always set up your role play on a tabletop, on a coffee table, if you want your child to stand at it. If you've got a tough spot, you might want to put it in there. That's a really great place to do role play. Whether you've got a tough spot on the floor or a tough spot on a stand is all really brilliant. However, I'm setting this one up this morning on the floor. So it just gives it a bit of a novelty, something a little bit different, and it's also when Mason gets in from preschool, he'll see it straight away, and he normally, when he comes in from preschool, is really energised and wants to get playing, so it's a great time to do it for us. Good morning, well done for coming from Instagram. Instagram, you're not working for me this morning, sorry about that. So here on the floor, I've just simply quickly, I've taped out a nice big square just to make sort of an area, a section. This is just a sticky tape that I got from Amazon ages ago, and it's like can you see it's like a construction effect. So it's nice and sticky, it does stick really well, so I would be dubious putting it on a wooden floor or anything like that because I could imagine it would take your varnish off. However, I have used it on, if I could put it, I have used it on the tough spot before and it's great, it peels off fine. I'm going to tilt you up a little bit. And you could use it on something like a plastic or a carpet, anything like that is fine. But I would be worried with this tape that it might take the varnish off. It's really quite sticky. It's a bit like a parcel tape. So it's just that construction effect. And I bought this. It's a bit expensive, I think it's about £8, but I have used it lots and lots because I know that it's right on Mason Street. And it's just great for making little sections. So I don't know if you can see there, I've just sectioned off a little square so we can put the play inside. Doesn't matter if the play goes out and moves around, but it's a great way of containing your play, a little bit like the role of the tough spot. And we've got our big chunky vehicle, our big recycling truck. Like I said, you don't have to use a recycling truck. You might have some little cars, trucks, diggers, anything like that work just as well. And if you don't have those, don't fret. You might have some little people that you could add instead. I do also have these plastic bins. They do them in Tiger, they do them in Pound Shop. Usually in the stationery section, they're normally about £1 each. We've got 2, kind of wishing I had 3 now, but never mind. And they're just really effective. Yeah, they're normally in the stationery bit, and I have these as well. But I have these because we play this kind of play a lot. So don't be going and getting anything if it's not something that you would be regularly playing with. I'm always keen to make sure that my videos aren't about going out and buying stuff. Like that is not the idea. Okay, so I've got those bits and pieces that we happen to have already. And then, nice and simply, now, bit of a word of warning, don't decide to do a recycling sorting activity on the morning that your bin men have been, because all my really great recycling has now gone. That was foolish, but it's just, anyone that's just joined us will see that my idea this morning has been triggered just because we were watching the recycling truck on this morning. We were talking about it loads, and so I thought I'd set it up so when Mason returns from preschool, it's following on from his interest. We had loads of discussion about it. He's asking what the people are doing, and so he's had that first-hand experience of seeing it for himself. He's been witness it. That it'll probably come into his plane. That's all about like making links. It's all about practicing something that they've seen, something experienced, and practicing it in their play. So that's what's influenced me doing this morning. More tea, because I talk at the speed of light. And so, yeah, try not to do it on the morning that all your lovely recycling's gone out. So instead, I've just had to go, just cheap IKEA tray, and I've just been and rummaged around my house for loads of things, and I've stuck to 3 things. You obviously could do more if you wish, however, I think 3 is probably enough. And I've gone for glass, I've gone for paper, cardboard, and I've gone for metal. So I've gone for 3 quite different materials, the things that we do put in our recycling, and the things that Mason can begin to sort. So we're looking at like the property of the material and that sort of thing. My nephew loves watching the bit. They do, don't they? And I don't know about you, but the guys that collect the recycling are brilliant at always waving to Mason. They've always waved to him, and they're really great. So on here, I'm just going to show you a load of stuff, just a load of rubbish that I've grabbed. So for example, for the paper and the cardboard, I've literally got some pages out of the telephone directory book, toilet roll, good old toilet roll. I've got some envelopes, some business cards and leaflets that have come through the door. Sorry, the light's a bit rubbish, isn't it? I've also got some clothes tags that I happen to save, a bit of old packaging, a bit of paper, a bit of note paper. Is the light a bit rubbish? Sorry the light's so rubbish, guys. It's a bit bright this morning, but we're not complaining. So I've got loads of different paper, oh, and some cardboard boxes as well. So that's the kind of thing for that. For the metal, I've got some little tins. I've got this like sink drainer thing. Literally just look what in the house what you've got. I've got a metal napkin ring. I've been in the pantry and taken the label off this. I will remember that it's chickpeas, so that's fine. Just taking the label off this so you can see the effect of the metal. I've got like a springy egg cut thing. Just looking for anything metal. Again, the tomato puree one, those miniature ones. And it's nice because I've got lots of different weights as well. This is still full. Is that it for the metal bit? Oh, some metal lids as well are really handy. And then for glass, obviously if your little one is using glass, you want them to be really careful. We have got metal paper. Do you know what? I've done 3, I've done 4 actually, because I've also done plastic. What have I got? I've got paper, metal, glass and plastic. I've got 4 things, sorry. So for glass, I've got just some of the like spice shaker things, some little bottles, like a soy sauce bottle. So they're quite small, they're not too big. And obviously I talked to him, we'll have to be careful about not smashing them and things. Little jam jars and stuff. Lots of these I was saving in like our water tray and that sort of stuff. And then plastic, I've just got some little pots, plastic bottles, plastic lids, anything like that. And I think that's about it, guys, a little plastic toy thing. So I've just got a whole host of stuff. So the idea is that he can come along and he can sort out the different pieces of rubbish, the different pieces of recycling, and he's looking at the material that they're made from. And that's a really great way that he's going to be using his senses, he's going to be looking at them, he's going to be feeling them, and he's going to be using his experience and his understanding of paper, glass, cardboard, metal to make a prediction. And it doesn't matter, it's not always right. It's just it's going on things that how he understands things. Oh, I've also got balls of silver foil are good for metal as well. And it's just going from what he understands to help him make predictions and maybe ask some questions and things like that. So I'm just going to have a big tray of all the rubbish out. And then the idea is for him to sort them into some boxes. I've only grabbed 3, I'm going to have to grab another one, aren't I? It is Earth Day. Well, it's Earth Week, isn't it? And then it's like the special Earth Day on Sunday. So yeah, I did think some people might be doing it. These are just takeaway boxes. You might have some cardboard boxes, you might have some trays or plates or something. And it's just the idea that you can sort them into the different, into like lots of different sorting departments or something. So I've just got these little takeaway boxes I'm going to sort them into. And then the idea was, now when Mason was younger and we did this, I just had them in for him to sort them. And I just had the trays and he could just sort them out and place them where he thought they would go and things. Now that he's a little bit older, I'm also going to add in some post-it notes as well. And I could maybe label them, saying glass, plastic things, and then stick the label onto the box for him sorting them out. Or if your child's a little bit older and starting to have a go at mark making, starting to have a go at writing, you can encourage them to do the writing and the label making. And that's a really great way of doing role play with older children, is actually encouraging them to making the signs, maybe making tickets, is actually making things for the role play. Maybe they want to create an open and close sign. Doesn't matter if it's not spelt right, as long as they're having a go at writing it, they will take ownership of it. It's giving them a little bit of independence, you're empowering with them of that responsibility, and they'll really enjoy it. So like I said, it doesn't matter if he doesn't actually read, close and open. If they've made a mark and that's what they understand it to mean, then that's great. They may ask you to write it, which is great if you want to write it, and they might want to copy, which is lovely. And if you do that, I would highly recommend that you use capital and lowercase letters. Try not to write everything in capital letters. Try to make sure that you're exposing your child to a mixture of the letters. So yeah, so you could literally just write on here, I'm going to write on glass, really quick, and then you stick it onto the front. And that's the best thing about post-it notes, is they stick on, they will love them, they can swap them around if they wish. And like I said, they could always get rid of yours and make their own, which is fantastic. And I've just got some nice, bright, jolly post-it notes. I think, are we using post-it notes tomorrow? We might be, actually. I've used post-it notes a lot this week, haven't I? So I've got all the rubbish for him to sort. I've got some little boxes for him to sort them into. I'm going to add the people for that sense of, for encouraging him to give, like, use his voice as their voice and doing lots of pretending. He can make it into a story, that sort of thing. And also you can get involved and take on the role of one of the little characters too. But like I said, if you don't have people, it doesn't matter. If you don't have a truck, it doesn't matter. Even just having the rubbish for them to sort is just a really great activity. And then I also have some stuff for if Mason wants to take on the role himself. So if it's not the little people being the recycling guys, if he wants to take on that role instead, I've got like a walkie-talkie from the police station. And also this morning we noticed that the guys were wearing their high vis, and we were talking about why they made that wearing the high vis and why the recycling truck was actually beeping when it was reversing. So this is just a cheap one from, I think it was Home Bargains donks ago, little high vis vest that he can wear. And I always find that by children either wearing something special or maybe putting on a hat or even just a badge, it really helps them get into the role if they're trying to do pretending. So if you're trying to encourage your little one to pretend and use your imagination, taking something on that they can wear or like labels them as someone, it can often be really helpful and quite effective. So just a little high vest, once he puts that on, he becomes the recycling and they can do all the sorting and things like that. So yeah, so all I'm going to do now is just mess around with it and make it look nice, so that when Mason walks in, it's got that like appeal that he wants to play with it. So I don't know if you saw earlier, I had the tape on the floor. I've also got some of these cones. These are in the pound shop. They're normally in the sports section, set of 4 for £1, and I use these more for construction areas. So it's just really great that I can cone off the area that this is like our recycling centre. And again, I could get Mason to maybe make a sign for recycling centre and all that sort of stuff. And then finally, I'm just going to finish up now, guys. A quick gulp of tea. Just to say that there are a few lovely books that you can get related to recycling with children. And one of my favourite is this one, What If? And it's actually part of the Wonder Wise. I don't know if you can see that. Whoops. You can see that there's a collection of books called Wonder Wise, and now they're in a set of I think about 20, and you can get them for all sorts, and it's a really great way of doing non-fiction with children. They explain things really well, the pictures are lovely, and it encourages children to ask questions as well. And there's also a bit of guide on the back as well, and there's actually a way to make your own newspaper, recycle your own paper there. So there's just lots, it's just a really nice book. It does come in a set of 20. Now you can get them on Amazon, but they seem to be quite expensive at the moment. However, the book people often have them on offer, and I think that you can get them for around £20. So it's quite a lot, but it is a pack of about 20. Now Mason's 3 and a bit, I find them really useful because they have them for, is the blue whale the biggest thing there is? Things about how animals eat, things about things up in the sky and up in space. So it covers lots of different things about your body, about water, about keeping clean, about time and about recycling, food chain. So it covers quite a lot of things actually. So I've found that quite often I've been able to, if I've been doing something, I've been able to go and grab one of these, and it's been really appropriate for him. So this is just one that I will have out today. Maybe we'll read it after preschool, maybe we'll read it at bedtime or something. And it just links round to what we happened to see this morning when the recycling truck came up the road. So it's all just about making links and helping them to practice things that they've seen and experienced in their play. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to stop there then, guys. So I hope that's been helpful. I'm going to save this now, and I'm going to tell the people on Instagram that for some reason it didn't work to come on over and have a watch. So if you've got any friends or family with young children who might find this helpful, please tag them, or you can share it with them, and they might just find it useful for something to do. Thank you, Mum, me on a budget, for reminding me. It is Earth Week, so it does link really well into this. So if they are in a nursery or preschool or anything like that, they might be doing things in school as well and talking about this. So it'd be quite nice that they can practice it at home. But it's just a dead easy one. Like I say, you don't need the truck, you don't need the people. Even just a tray of rubbish for them to sort is really great and really effective. So it's just getting them about looking after our planet and our environment and things. All right, I hope that's helpful. I'm going to finish there now. So that's Role Play Wednesday, all about recycling. Tomorrow is Over 3's Thursday, so I will be coming to you with an activity for your children if they're slightly older, but as always I'll help you to adapt it if your children are a little bit younger. So yeah, I hope that's been helpful. If you if you do have a go at doing a recycling centre this morning or sometime today or this week, send me your photos. I'd love to see it, and then I can share them for fan mail, because I actually find that the fan mail inspires other parents to have a go rather than me talking at you. Seeing that other people are having a go at things can be really effective. So yeah. All right, thank you very much everybody. I'm going to finish there. Enjoy your day. It looks to be a sunny one. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Thank you guys. Bye.